In today's video, I want to talk about how to get metal detecting permissions.
Metal detecting tutorials, technology, and treasure.
Now let's just jump into the most difficult part of all of this for me, which is the approach. How do I get onto somebody's property to ask them permission? Now, you may not have a problem with this, and if you don't, that's great. I wish I didn't because it's really difficult. I think it goes back to when I was a kid. You didn't even go into a friend's yard. We would stand outside and call their names, and hope that they would come so we could ask them if they wanted to play. One of the ways that I do it is I look for yard sales or garage sales because there's this implied consent for you to come onto the property so you can shop. So for me, that's a way around it. My way through the maze there. I can get there, I can start talking to the people. And you know what even works out best is when you have these community-wide yard sales or city-wide yard sales. You've got a bunch of people that are asking you to come onto their property, and that makes it so much easier for me to pop the question. Now, another way to do this is look for people that are doing yard work or maybe washing their car. You may feel a little bit stalkerish, but really, if you're passing through the neighborhood, just keep an eye out for somebody outside of a property that you want to detect. That way, you can stop on the sidewalk and say, hey, mind if I talk to you for a second? All right, now you're on the property and you're in the presence of the homeowner. You're going to run into two types of people. You're going to have that person that just doesn't really want to spend the time talking to you, and you're going to feel that. That vibe is going to be very apparent. So in that sort of situation, have your pitch ready to go. Tell them who you are, tell them what you want to do, and then give them a reason to allow you to do this. And this is what's in it for them. This could be as simple as, hey, has your wife lost a ring gardening? I can help find that. Or, hey, have you lost some tools out in the yard? I can help find that. Or, hey, are you looking for your property lines? Are you putting up a new fence? Guess what? I can find your property lines. Now, the next type of person you're going to run into is the talker. If you run into a talker, let them talk. Ask them questions about themselves. We all like to talk about ourselves. If you walk away from a conversation where you talked about yourself, you walk away and you say, wow, that was a great conversation. The person that you talked to really didn't say much, but you were like, that was a great conversation, and I really enjoyed that guy. Now, here's a little trick that my wife taught me. She was a fundraiser for higher education. And what she does is she trains the person to say yes. So I do that as well. I ask them questions that I'm pretty sure they're going to say yes to. It's like, wow, isn't it a beautiful day? Oh, yeah, it's a great day. Wow, man, I can't believe the heat. Has it been hot enough for you? Yeah, you're not kidding me. It's been super hot. So if you train them to say yes, when you pop that question about, hey, can I metal detect your yard? They've said yes to you enough. It's not foreign for them to say yes again. Let's go over some do's and don'ts. Do be polite. Treat this person like a respected elder, like maybe how you would treat your grandmother, or maybe how you would treat that favorite aunt of yours, or that older neighbor of yours. Don't be pushy. If they say no, take no for their answer, for now. Do be clean and looking respectable. Don't show up after a long day of digging where you've got dirt smudged on your face, dirt in between your fingernails, dirt on your shirt, dirt on your pants, sweat stains, hair everywhere, carrying a bunch of equipment, looking like you're just gonna tear that yard up. It's probably best to go out and ask for permission when you're not even digging. This is like your day off. Today's metal detecting trip is going to be securing metal detecting permissions. Do thank them, even if they say no, because guess what? We're going to come back in 6 months from now and ask them again. And if you were polite the first time, who knows? Maybe their circumstances have changed. Maybe their wife lost that ring. Maybe they need to find that property marker. Maybe they lost a tool. So if you were nice the first time and thanked them even when they said no, now you've got a good chance to get permission. Don't mention the word dig, digging, or holes. Say something like, I make an incision in the grass to retrieve the target. or I make a cut in the grass. And don't mention waiver liabilities. I see a lot of metal detectors that have these cards with a waiver of liability on the back. Now that's a great idea if the property owner talks about liability, then you can hand them that. But if you talk about waiver of liability, that could have been the farthest thing away from their head. But guess what? It's there now. Now they're thinking, oh my goodness, what if they get hurt? Now, if you've gotten the permission and you want to make sure you have permission to come back, I would suggest being selective about the targets you chased. So basically what I'm saying is, don't go after those iffy targets. Only go after the good targets. Now, you all know me. I love my Tracker 4. But when I'm going onto a property that has a well-manicured yard, I make sure to take the Discovery 3300 with me because that gives me more target information and I can really dial in what targets I'm chasing. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you have any comments or questions, put them down below. I'll make sure to answer them.